We back with another video, second half of the day, afternoon grind. It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with the boxing click, enter the WBC. Alright, and apparently we talked about earlier about the World Boxing Super Series tournament that Callum Smith is the newest super middleweight to enter the tournament. Basically, he threw away his mandatory position to fight for the WBC super middleweight tournament to fight for the for the $20 million in prize, the Muhammad Ali inaugural trophy, and Richard Schaefer's Ring Star and Sutherland's tournament. He no longer will be the number one mandatory for Anthony Dirrell's belt. The fight started to fall apart when Anthony Dirrell, I said earlier, tried to move the venue from Los Angeles to Flint, Michigan, which I thought was an issue from Eddie Hearns. He's blowing smoke out his ass again, saying that Callum had all his family flying in and they couldn't be accommodated to move the venue and shit. They were talking to WBC about changing Dirrell's mind and not sanctioning the fight no more because they originally agreed for it in Los Angeles, which is fine and dandy. But turns out Callum Smith pulls out the fight anyway, so his fight won't be in LA. He's entering a predominantly European dominated or across the pond dominated Super 8 Richard Schaefer series tournament, which is piss poor right now. I think they got a sixth fighter, another guy that's ranked number 3 WBC, entered the tournament in super middleweight. I don't know his name, but it's filled with a whole bunch of no-name guy, a former welterweight that moves all the way up to super middleweight, and Jamie Cox and George Groves. So basically, if he wins the tournament, eventually he'll get a title somehow, some way from George Groves, which is the WBA title. But now you got David Benavidez, according to Boxing Scene, and shout out to Hatman Boxer who put me up on game, and Anthony Dirrell. Anthony Dirrell is already automatically, the number one contender still for the belt. And now David Benavidez seemed to be the next guy in line, already fighting his title eliminator, become number 4. Number 2 fell out, which is Callum Smith. Number 3 fell out. He joined the Super 8 Ring Star tournament, World Boxing Series tournament, as well as Callum Smith, who was number 2. Next in the line is David Benavidez. They're both promoted by Al Heyman. They both managed by Al Heyman, so the fight should be easier to get done made. Either way, it wasn't going to be an easy road for Anthony Dirrell to get that title. I thought Callum Smith was going to beat him as well, but I think David Benavidez is, a talented fighter than Callum Smith. In my opinion, Callum Smith might be a little bit older. David Benavidez is going to try, I guess, if he signs to take this fight, to be the first 20-year-old super middleweight world champion in the world. I like his chances in this fight very much. Anthony Dirrell does have some talent. He has some dynamite in those gloves. He's a very aggressive fighter. But, he got his work built out for him. I'm not going to pick a winner. It's a reason why Anthony Dirrell has all that experience and David Benavidez don't. I don't know if a 20-year-old can step in the ring with somebody that's experienced the season as Anthony Dirrell, but I'm pretty sure that a lot of money is going to be on David Benavidez that night. I think he's going to open up as the favorite for that fight, and I think it's an excellent fight. I like the Callum Smith fight, but I think both of them fights are on the same par as far as the competition level. And hopefully it get made and it gets signed. Leave the article in the description. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. We gone.